What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Twin Finance. My name is Dylan, and today I'm going to talk to you about 5 things you should really consider before getting a job, or even just question your job right now to know if it's right for you or not, guys. So the first thing we're going to get into is pay, and the reason why I wrote it first is not because this is the most important, but this is the first thing that everyone's going to question, and I think we question it. It is a good thing to question, but I think we question it for the wrong reason, is because many people say, like, oh, you know, if they're looking for a job, which one pays the most? That's the job I'm going to take. I think if you take a job for pay and you just base it off pay in the long term, you're going to end up sacrificing more than if you were to take a job with less pay that's going to sacrifice you. I don't know if you guys know Gary Vee, but check him out on Instagram. He has a lot of videos on that, and he really gets into that stuff. Flexibility, and what I mean by flexibility, guys, is, you know, if you want to shift off, you know, something came up, relative's birthday, or, you know, Father's Day, holidays, whatnot, like, what's their flexibility on working hours, and flexibility for vacation time and whatnot, because I know a lot of people are going to value, you know, their 3, 4, 5, however many weeks vacation they're going to get that year. You're going to want to know how flexible it is. You know, it's really going to help you. You know, if you just get into a job and then all of a sudden you're stuck, you can't get that day off, you know, you're going to end up pretty unhappy and upset in the long term, guys. So I think that's really something to question before you get the job, or even if you're in the job now, maybe consider like a career change or whatnot. Hours and freedom, it kind of relates to the question to flexibility, the one before that, but this one means like how many hours you're going to be working per week. You know, if you're looking for a job and you only want to work 40 hours, but you know this job requires you 45 plus some mandatory overtime on the weekend and whatnot, you're going to end up working super long hours that, you know, maybe it's going to take you away from your family. You're not going to be very free from your job, or let's say it's a job where like you're on call and they're going to need to call you in whenever. Like if that's not suiting you, you got to determine if that suits you or not. So, or if the hours that they're going to require you to work suits you, or also the time, midnights, afternoons, whatever. You got to consider what they're required. What they want are going to require you to work, you know, a certain amount. So you got to question, is that right for you? I really think that's a big one. The next one is work environment. And what I mean by that is when you're at the job, if you're already working there and you don't like the work environment, chances are you're not going to be very happy long term there, guys. And I really think that being happy at your job is the number one thing, and enjoying it, is because if you hate working, most people work 4, 5, 6 days a week. You're going to hate most of your week, and you're going to leave that one day to cherish at the end of your week. And I really think you can't hate Monday to Friday and love the weekend. I think you got to love Monday to Friday and love the weekend. If you love all those, I think that's really good, guys. But what I mean by a good work environment is you like the people around you. Is the environment good for you? Like, is it noisy? If you don't mind noise, okay. Is it clean? If you don't really value a clean work environment, but like, you really got to find out what a good work environment is for you, and that's going to help you determine if that's a good job for you or not. And also the pension and stock options. The reason why I wrote this is it's kind of related to pay, but pensions and stock options, I mean, guys, this is another way of like indirectly paying you. So let's say you're looking at 2 jobs. One's $27 an hour, one's $25 an hour, and you're leaning towards the $27 an hour one because it has $2 more per hour pay. But then you look at their pensions, and the $27 an hour one only matches half of your pension contributions, and the $25 an hour one matches 100% of your contributions up to, like, let's say 10%, guys. Well, indirectly, that job's paying you more because they're setting you up for a better retirement. Also, they're going to be building a better pension for you, and that's more income in the long run, guys. So I think you have to dive into that too to determine which job is better. So if one job's pension is a lot better than the other job's pension, it's really something to consider. If you're doing something on your own, obviously you're probably not going to value that as much. I have a video up on the channel on how to retire rich. Check that out, guys, if you're interested. It's a cool video. I'll leave the link in the description. Thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.